Okay, low volleys, forehand or backhand. Ken, as a teacher, you probably have this. The people that you're trying to get to come to the net and make that part of their game, they don't come in. If you really boil it down, the thing that they're most scared of is what? Not
Low
this
volley.
volley, it's that one below net level. What can you do to help people that have to have some attention and some corrections on this low volley?
You know, my favorite shot is actually the low volley, especially off the backhand side, because it's a natural preset with your hands. A lot of it's learning how to position your feet correctly for the shot, and realize that this is called the red volley because it's like a government aid program. You have to ask for help, but you have to go get it too.
Right.
And it doesn't come to you. So if you would feed me a low ball, I'll show you some ways we set it up.
Yeah,
so if I start off, put my right knee on the ground, the left knee on the ground like this, and the right knee up. If you feed me a low ball, my right hand's in front, there's no way to miss the shot. I mean, the racket's already preset. What
Sure.
you'll find though, instead of doing this position when the ball comes in, the player does this. He puts the left foot in front. So now when he's hitting, his racket's behind him. So now when he swings, he tries to move his racket to get to the ball.
Okay.
So with the right foot out in front, the hand's already in front, and the racket's preset, I can almost guarantee the player can't miss.
Right.
And what you from there is you go into a stance position like this with the right foot in front again, and now I'm able to move through the ball again to make a more aggressive shot. It works good on the backhand as well. Like if the ball's coming in, if I'm in this position, my racket is actually outside my body, so it wants to swing. Well, if I take it back, when I bring it forward, it's going to go in the net. If I already have it preset like this, but watch this. Which foot's up?
Sure.
If I bring my left knee up, watch what happens. Now my hand's really in front of the body. So now I can't miss. I can almost guarantee you can't miss a backhand volley if the left knee's up, because the racket has to stay in front of the body.
Right.
If the right knee's up, the racket can actually go behind the body, then you bring it forward to make the shot. Then the player goes from there to left leg in front, slightly, and he's got his leg off the ground, so now he can transition through the ball again, because the low ball is a transition shot
Sure.
to play like that.
Okay, I want to add a couple things to that.
Sure.
I grew up, and I started kind of late, so I was one of these guys that I was a little leery about coming to the net. I liked being at the net, but I wanted to appear at the net. I didn't want to earn my way in, because
Right.
earning my way in guaranteed me that low shot. Ultimately, my high school or my college coach gave me a great tip. He said, "George, you're living your life trying to avoid low volleys," which actually makes some strategical sense when you play. But in the practice scenario, when you're in a performance mode versus a practice mode, you want to practice that. You got to get your reps in. You can't just go into competition with 100 of those a year under your belt. You got to have thousands of those under your belt. So that was kind of like a paradigm shift for me. I finally said, oh, you know, I'm going to get the ball machine. I'm going to get out there. I'm not going to love it, but I'm going to get me a couple thousand of these things under my belt. And lastly, recently I've been just experimenting, because just how you communicate. When I tell kids about a golf club analogy,
Right.
a lot of, especially our adult players, they get down below that level, they don't have proper grip, so the racket's not naturally up.
Right.
So they're hitting down and they're trying to lift it and stuff. So if you think of a golf club, and this would be an open face slightly, I might call that a 1 iron, and then a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe a 9, okay? If you just say, hey, Ken, if you're one of my guys in my club, if you're hitting that low volley with a 1, you need to bring out a 9 iron. Just that analogy sometimes is enough to help someone. If they don't play golf, then fine, they move on to another
That's
analogy.
right.
But that's a couple of tips that'll help you for teaching players how to hit low volleys better.
Make it your favorite shot.
Yep.